tomorrow's civil servants గా ఎంపికైనటువంటి సోదరులు సోదరిమణులు, ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి వచ్చినటువంటి ఇతర విద్యార్థులు, పెద్దలు, వేదిక అలంకరించిన రిటైర్ అయినటువంటి ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్లు, ఐపీఎస్ ఆఫీసర్లు, ఇప్పుడు ఉన్నటువంటి మన పోలీస్ ఆఫీసర్ గారు, ఇతర పెద్దలు, ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో ఐఏఎస్ ఎంతమంది రేపు యూ ఆల్ ఆర్ వెయిటింగ్ ఫర్ యువర్ ర్యాంకింగ్ eagerly within 1 month probably you may receive. I wish you all of the best of luck for you. You'll have good positions in futures. I have to attend another program consisting of governors and ministers. I'm also as a former governor, I'm supposed to be there. But I thought it better to attend this program first. I give much importance to this. And I would like to speak few words and take leave from. After this Bhagwat incidents committed by the Pakistani sponsored terrorists, unfortunately we lost many people there. After that, within 3-4 days of that ghastly incident, I received a number of phone calls from my constituency and my friends, including Maharashtra state also, where I worked as a governor for 1 year. All their phone calls were, but whenever Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of this country, going to wage war against Pakistan and kill the terrorists. Every day. After 3-4 days, our people started threatening me also. If you keep quiet like this, see, nobody is going to believe your government, and it's very bad on your part. I used to convince them, because Modi is not going to wage war against any country. Modi won the war without waging the war, without participating in the war. Successfully destroyed 9 important terrorist camps within few minutes. Pakistan is as it is. We have taken a number of other steps to force the Pakistan to come to the terms, but we can wage war against the Pakistan. That is the culture of this country. It doesn't mean we tolerate this kind of terrorists or anybody. But our culture is something different. We maintain the law and order. Not only this recent issue of Pahalgam, there is a number of issues in the country with our internal threats like extremist threats and other threats. We are also facing extremist threats in a special way. Our officer, police officer here, he is well acquainted with the affairs. He is effectively dealing with the land order situation in the country, particularly in the state. So our policy is we have to deal with this Naxalite problem. It's a problem of socio-economic and a land order problem. Definitely we will crush and control these extremists by counterattack. At the same time, we will convince them if they surrender, if they want to come to the mainstream of the people, and government is ready with a number of schemes. So maintenance of the land order and maintenance of the socio-economic situation, they go parallel in this country. That is the policy adopted by this government. For all these things, the background is Swami Vivekananda's saying. In 1893, in Chicago, Vivekananda has clearly mentioned that my religion never waged war against another religion. We never waged war outside other countries. Only culturally, we tried our level best to convince other societies and to have a society could become all are equal, all human beings in the world. And Vivekananda also stated, I belong to a religion which never claimed that my religion is only the best religion in the world. He never said. And we should not say that the flood is bad and this is bad, that is bad, and our Hinduism is only the better, it is only the good. We may provoke a number of occasions on that's a different thing. In spite of all these provocations, we should abide by the principle and saying of Swami Vivekananda, we never hate other religions. The inclusiveness. Inclusiveness is the most important thing. You may be, of course, we are all very intellectuals having gone through a number of books. Of course, we have only political book, only political life. Sometimes we spend a rustic life also, unknowingly where we are going and where we are standing. Gurushi, you must have heard. Gurushi was, he was the ambassador to the United States of America from China, Gurushi, in 1942. Afterwards, 1946 or 1948, he became the Vice Chancellor of the Peking University. In his biography, he has clearly mentioned that India dominated and dictated China more than 20 centuries. Culturally, India dictated and dominated culturally more than 20 centuries without ever having to send a single soldier across the border. That is without waging war, without sending a soldier. We dominated and dictated. We go to China, so many other places. We went Buddha Bhagwat. They shan't. How possible? When that being a situation, a common Indian, common rover by this kind of terrorist things, they always are under confusion that we may wage war, we may shock the Pakistan, we may shock this country, that country, something. And we are inclusive. See, I think in Iran, most of the Parsis who are living there, వాళ్ళందరినీ కూడా ఇస్లామిక్ టెర్రరిస్ట్ వాళ్ళందరినీ ఆ ఊరు నుంచి వాళ్ళ ప్రార్థనా స్థలాలను డిస్ట్రాయ్ చేసి వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా పంపించేస్తారు ఇరాన్ నుంచి. పోతే పార్సీ వాళ్ళు మన భారతదేశానికి వస్తే మనం వాళ్ళకి ఆశ్రయం ఇచ్చి వాళ్ళకి గౌరవం ఇచ్చి ఉంచుకున్నాం. అందులో రతన్ టాటా ఊరు మన ఈ మధ్యన చనిపోయినాడు కదా, ఈ వాజ్ ఎ పార్సీ. So he was telling to me, one day he came to the Raj Bhavan and he was telling to me, when this first loud Taj Mahal hotel was very much affectionate towards Taj Mahal hotel, అందులో ఉగ్రవాదులు వచ్చేసి దాన్ని బర్న్ చేసి పడేసినారు, ఆ ఉగ్రవాదుల నుంచి బయటికి రాలి. అప్పుడు ఆయన అనుకున్నాడు, నా మొత్తం తాజ్ మహల్ హోటల్ కాలిపోయినా పర్వాలేదు కానీ ఒక్క ఉగ్రవాది కూడా బయటికి తప్పించుకోకపోవడానికి వీలు లేదు అనే ఆలోచనతో originally it was an Iranian national. Subsequently he became Indian citizen. And he is speaking his own religion, not Hindu religion. He is a Parsi. Their approach is something different. But inclusiveness made all of us to live together. That is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Same thing with Israelis. Palestine నుంచి వాళ్ళందరూ తెలుగుంటారు Israelis. All those, they were refugees in about 104 countries of the world, spread over in the entire world, not 4 countries. They took shelter. And some of the Israelis, Jews, they came to our India also. It's a very big community in Maharashtra. They are spread over into the villages also. They have their own culture and they are doing so many philanthropist activities. If you go to Mumbai, only you can see the most of the philanthropic activities of those Jews who became refugees in this country. That is it. We are not doing, but they are doing, having come out to this country. So when they got the one piece of land as Israel, I think in 1948, I think, 148 లో ఒక Israel nation came into being. Then they said that they proclaimed, we got the land here now. About 1800 years ago, we were driven out of our Palestine. Now we have land. All the Israelis, whoever they are staying in wherever countries, they can come to Israel and settle down there. So most of the Israelis from this 104 countries, with having about 1800 years history, they came to this Israeli, newly set up Israel, and they started living. So the consulate, they took out a booklet, like a constitution-like thing. In that, the first page they dedicated to India. In that first page, what they said is, our Israelis friends, they were settled in 104 countries. But in each country, almost they were persecuted, they were insulted, they were treated as second grade citizens. But only the India that respected us and created us their own brothers and sisters, and we are grateful, ever grateful to India. And our first page, they dedicated to every world is aware of that particular document. ఇంత చరిత్ర మనకు ఉన్నప్పుడు అతి ఉత్సాహంతో మన మీద యుద్ధం చేయాలి, హింసకు ప్రతి హింస అనేటువంటి ఆలోచన ఉండటానికి వీలేదు. అండ్ చైనీస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈస్ వండర్ఫుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. కల్చరల్లీ వీ రూల్ ది చైనా without fighting or without deploying a single soldier. So that being the issue, మనం యువతంతా కూడా ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ యూ షుడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ అవర్ కల్చర్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ కంట్రీ అండ్ డ్యూటీస్. మీరు చాలా పదవులకు పోవడానికి సిద్ధంగా ఉన్నారు. అయితే మనకు అన్నిటికన్నా ముఖ్యంగా మన కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ చాలా ఒక వజ్రాయుధం లాంటిది. బేసింగ్ ఆన్ దట్ వజ్రాయుధం, దట్ ఈస్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా, we have to go ahead and we have to maintain the future. Now we are having very good economy. It's the biggest and the constitution, very lengthiest constitution we have. తర్వాత భారతదేశమే ప్రపంచంలో అత్యధిక జనాభా ఉన్నటువంటి దేశం. ఈ జనాభా ఉన్న దేశంలో అత్యధిక యువత ఉన్న దేశం, యంగ్స్టర్స్. The average age of the Indian is 29 years. That is 8 years younger than the American or China. That is the beauty of this country's generation now. So you have to effectively utilize our children, our young generation. You must provide skills instead of providing number of colleges, number of degrees. They are mushrooming like anything. That is not the important for this country. You must have skill development program, skill development colleges, and you must go ahead. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel మనం జ్ఞాపకం చేసుకుంటాం. సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ అంటే no, Sardar, he is the person, no? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was the architect of this IAS and civil services. I think in the 1854, I think, our ICS ఉండేది. ICS ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్ లండన్లో జరిగాయి. దాని తర్వాత 2022లో అనుకుంటాను IAS సైమల్టేనియస్లీ అలహాబాద్లో కూడా దట్ ICS ఎగ్జామినేషన్ స్టార్ట్ అయినాయి. ఇక్కడ ఎవరైతే ఎగ్జామినేషన్ లండన్ పోలేకపోయినారో ఇక్కడ ఐసీఎస్ అయినారు. మన ఫ్రీడమ్ మూమెంట్లో మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది పీపుల్ దే వర్ ఎనిమికల్లీ డిపోజ్డ్ అగైన్ దిస్ ఐసీఎస్ ఆఫీసర్స్. ఎందుకంటే మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఐసీఎస్ ఆఫీసర్స్ వర్ బ్రిటిషర్స్. అందుకోసం వాళ్ళకి వ్యతిరేకంగా ఉండేది, ఎనిమికలు ఉండేది. వెన్ వీ గాట్ ఇండిపెండెన్స్, వెన్ వీ వర్ ఫ్రేమింగ్ ది కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, ఇన్ ది కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ అసెంబ్లీ డిస్కషన్ ఏమొచ్చిందంటే, ఫ్యూచర్లో దే షుడ్ నాట్ బి ఎనీ ఐసీఎస్ థింగ్. దే ఆర్ వెరీ డేంజరస్ టు అస్. దే ఆర్ ఆల్ stooges in the British government, British people. We should not have that. They are opposing the Indian tradition, Indian system. Therefore, hereafter, after our constitution, there should not be any place for this ICS. But Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel advocated. He was only the person slowly bitter pill అందరితో మింగించినాడు ఆయన్నే. ICS let us change this, because they used to ridicule, stating that I అంటే neither Indian, C and ICS అంటే
వాళ్ళందరూ ఎట్లా ఉంటారంటే వాళ్ళు సర్వీస్ లేదు, సివిల్ లేదు అండ్ ఇది లేదు అనేది నైదర్ సివిల్ నార్ ఇండియన్ నార్ సర్వీస్ అని దే యూస్ టు రెడికుల్ ఐసిఎస్. He said, let us make them as IAS, Indian Administrative Service. It is essential. Let us not depend on only the political life. మన స్వాతంత్రం, సమగ్రత, సార్వభౌమిక అధికారాన్ని రక్షించాలంటే we require a steel structure, not only political life. If you want to establish a steel structure in the country, you should have IAS. You must give most important to the system, civil services system. So they are going to guard this country. That is exactly what is happening now. Only the political leaders and the political parties వీరితో కావడం లేదు ఈ దేశం. సర్దార్ వల్లభాయ్ పటేల్ ఆశించినట్టుగా ఈ సిస్టమ్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఓన్లీ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ గా కాదు, స్వాతంత్రం అనేది ఇట్స్ నాట్ కన్ఫైన్డ్ టు ది బౌండరీస్. ఇందులో దేశంలో ఉన్నటువంటి సామాజిక ఆర్థిక పరిస్థితులు ఎట్లా ఉన్నాయి, వాట్ ఆర్ ది సోషియో ఎకనామిక్ సిచ్యువేషన్ ది కంట్రీ అండ్ వాట్ ఆర్ అవర్ బౌండరీస్, ఇవన్నీ చూడాలంటే డెఫినెట్లీ యువర్ ఏదైతే మీ అకాడమిక్ లైఫ్ ఉందో సివిల్ సర్వెంట్స్ దే ఆర్ నెసెసరీ టు ది కంట్రీ అనేటువంటి ఆలోచన వచ్చింది. మా అద్వానీ గారు, లాల్ కృష్ణ అద్వానీ గారు, who was my cabinet minister, I was working under him. He gave me much freedom for the so many our entire up to Andaman Nicobar and all other union territories and land order, CRA, so many things I used to deal. He was just like my father. In our a high level meeting of the all IAS, IPS officers of the country in Delhi, the Delhi he addressed the gathering. ఆ గ్యాదరింగ్ లో ఆయన మీద ఆయన జోక్ వేసుకున్నాడు పొలిటికల్ గురించి. సపోజ్ టుడే ఐ థింక్ క్యాబినెట్ ఎక్స్పెన్షన్ ఇస్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్ టుడే. A minister will come, 1 or 2 or 3 ministers may come out. The moment the minister's oath ceremony is over, there will be a car with that ramp and everything. One IAS officer and one some other staff, every car, police, everybody will be there. So minister, after the serving ceremony, immediately he has to get into the car and go to his friends or whatever it is. So what Advani, my senior, was expressing on the day is, ఒకసారి swearing ceremony అయిన తర్వాత this minister came to the car which was allotted to him. Immediately he sat in the seat of the driver. So driver came there. साहब आप यहाँ बैठे, आप उधर बैठिए, ये मेरा सीट है. तो मंत्री जी बताया नहीं मैं कार चलाऊंगा. देन ड्राइवर सेड मैं उतर जाऊंगा, अगर कार आप चलाए तो मैं उतर जाऊंगा. He insisted, no, I must, this car is allotted to me and you are all there, मैं कार चलाऊंगा. వాడేమంటాడు, డ్రైవర్ मैं उतर जाऊंगा. ఇట్లా ఒక ఫైటింగ్ అయిన తర్వాత డ్రైవర్ became very serious. सार ये चलाने के लिए सरकार नहीं है, सरकार है तो कोई मंत्री इधर है, एमएलए उधर है, उसको खरीद सकते हैं, कुछ कर सकते, कुछ तो भी सरकार चला सकते हैं. मरे कार है, कार सरकार नहीं है, इसको चलाना है तो कहाँ ब्रेक मारना, कहाँ क्लच मारना, कहाँ ना, ये हमको पता है. Like that, you are all civil servants who are coming to this country, because it's with my personal experience. They are the people, they are the most important people, IAS, IPS and other civil servants. They are guarding this country as a steel frame, as expected by our Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So I think that definitely, in my experience, there are a number of IAS officers who are very friendly with me, and we could do a number of programs in my constituency also. Like that, is an important faculty you have completed. In future, you are going there to help the people. But my suggestion would be only one thing. Nobody is pure, nobody is an angel in this world. Everybody has got their own qualities. But one quality should not miss, one thing. That what Ambedkar said. In Ambedkar preamble is Ambedkar's preamble, people say, because he is the person who was important. When 13th, I think November 1946, when objective resolution was introduced in the Constituent Assembly that ultimately turned into the preamble of the Constitution. In that Constituent Assembly, he gave number of requests. He said, one day he said, in that resolution tabled by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the word integrity, not integrity, but equality, sociality, so many things were there. But fraternity was missing. Subsequently, it was added before commencement of the, on 26th January 1950, Constitution lo, అది అంతకు ముందే fraternity అనే పదం వచ్చింది. But Ambedkar 1 month before of the, 26 January 1950, he has clearly stated, after commencement of this Constitution, Republic, we are going to live of the life of contradictions, whether true or not. We are facing every day. One say it is correct, one say not. That's a different thing. We are going to face a life of a contradictions because there is no equality. Equality is only there for the vote. Everybody has got vote, they can exercise their franchise. But as far as the socio-economic conditions are there, they are not equal. But in Constitution, in the preamble, there we are mentioning it. But we have to achieve the equality in economic equality and social equality. Of course, we achieved political equality. One value, one vote is there. But one value is not there socially and economically. One is rich, one is poor, one is upper caste, one is lower caste. This is yet to be achieved. So we have to see that intercaste marriages are most important as Ambedkar. If I say here, most of the people may not like it. Most of the people may criticize me or abuse me. But that is only the solution, what I feel personally. Unless and until they mix with all the castes, it is very difficult to continue that. Nowadays, if a couple, young boys and young girls, it is a natural thing. They want to marry each other. But they are scared. Either your family members or my family members may kill both of us. That is the threatening. Supreme Court judgment is there. It is a clear direction from the Supreme Court. All the collectors of the districts and the police superintendent of the district, they must protect this newly married girl and intercaste marriage, boys and girls. But nothing is happening. There used to be Anand Margani marriage చేసే జనరల్గా Arya Samaj. Arya Samaj marriage for the safeguard for those couples. If parents are not allowing, they used to go to the Arya Samaj people and they used to give a certificate of the marriage. But recently Supreme Court declared that the marriages performed by the Arya Samaj are null and void. Where to go? Who has to protect them? So this kind of situation we are facing, and that what Ambedkar said is the caste system, to eradicate the caste system and to come all of them together, we have to work hard about all of the things. So what ultimately, finally, what I would say is the same Ambedkar, he quoted one saying of Irish poet Duncan O'Connell, Irish poet. Same thing he repeated in the Constituent Assembly, just I think 1 month before the commencement of our Republic. What he said is, no nation can be grateful at the cost of its dignity. ఏ దేశం కూడా దాని స్వాతంత్రానికి భంగం వాటిల్లే విధంగా ఎవరికి కృతజ్ఞత చూపదు. నో ఉమెన్ కెన్ బి గ్రేట్ఫుల్ అట్ ది కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ హర్ చేస్టిటీ. తన శీలానికి భంగం వాటిల్లే విధంగా ఏ మహిళ కూడా ఎవరికి కృతజ్ఞత చూపదు. నో మ్యాన్ కెన్ బి గ్రేట్ఫుల్ అట్ ది కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ హిస్ డిగ్నిటీ. ఏ వ్యక్తి కూడా తన వ్యక్తిగత గౌరవానికి భంగం వాటిల్లే విధంగా ఎవరికి కృతజ్ఞత చూపడు. మన కార్ డ్రైవర్ గురించి చెప్పినాను కదా, కార్ డ్రైవర్ అట్ ది కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ హిస్ డిగ్నిటీ హీ వాజ్ నెవర్ గోయింగ్ టు ది వాంటెడ్ టు గో టు ది మినిస్టర్ కన్సర్న్. సో మీరందరూ కూడా మన డిగ్నిటీని కాపాడుకొని ఈ జీవితాన్ని ముందు తీసుకుపోయినట్లయితే మనకు అందరు కూడా మనం ఫాలో అవుతారు. ఖచ్చితంగా ఈ భారతదేశాన్ని ముందుకు తీసుకుపోతాం. భారతదేశం ప్రపంచంలోనే బెస్ట్ ఎకనామిక్ స్టేట్, అంత ఎకనామికే కాకుండా అన్ని రంగాల్లో. ఈనాడు ఉగ్రవాదం అంటే అసలు భారతదేశమే మమ్మల్ని లీడ్ చేయాలంటున్నాం. అటువంటి పరిస్థితి ఉంది. ఎకనామీ కానీ ఇక ట్రంప్ను విడిచిపెట్టండి, ఆయన ఏం మాట్లాడుతుంది ఎవరికి అర్థం కాదు. కానీ మొత్తానికైతే ప్రపంచం అంతా కూడా మన వైపు చూస్తున్నారు, ఆదర్శంగా చూస్తున్నారు.